Hello everyone, my name is Deckerlink, the trained unprofessional, and welcome back to Winds of Change. Hopefully something happens this time, so let's just jump right into it. So, we basically have done everything we need to do here. There's some text that talks about shit, but, you know, if that's important, then I'm fucked, because I've not been paying attention to it. So we're in the forest now, we can head straight to Peregrino, but there's a Sauleberg, which is a side area, which is shown by this question mark here, so let us to Sauleberg. Wah! 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 As soon as we enter Sauleberg, we're all in shock. It's such a beautiful sight, unlike anything in Valenorth. From here, it's very obvious that we're up in the mountains. The fact that Valenor's lush forests are prone to hide. A fact that lush forests are prone to hide.
This is amazing. I can't believe something like this was so close.
And look at the spirit idol! That's so cool! Even if it's not lit up, it's still beautiful.
Oh shit.
Milas said it went dark when the seer was born. I can't believe all that energy is inside of you.
They both look at me as if they don't understand. But I guess that's fine, we don't really know what's happening. I must have been given this power for a purpose, but what purpose?
Hey! Race you to the idol, Valessa!
Oh shit. He starts running like his life depends on it. Quite the head start, if you ask me.
Hey! That's not fair!
She quickly follows after him, closing the distance. It was nice to see their spirits lifted like this. I might as well make the most of my time here. Oh, thank God, there's only one fucking interaction.
What? No fair! How did you beat me?
Even with a head start, you're no match for me. Time to throw in the towel. Stick to climbing trees.
Oh, shit.
Oh? So you want to have a climbing race?
Christ.
I'll pass, thanks.
Wait, why?
A smart person doesn't pick a battle they know they'll lose. I'm surprised you challenged me, Fortum. You know how fast I am.
Are you calling me stupid?
Oh, shit.
No, I'd never do that.
Never, no.
Anyway, isn't the spirit idol beautiful?
That's putting it lightly. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. When it's lit up, it must be incredible.
Yeah, I'd pay almost any price to see that. But don't worry, Fortum. I'm sure there's something we can do. If we all work together, we can make that idol shine again.
So this is it. This give me power against my will. It shows a greater destinies. Last year, perhaps we'll save for Felicity.
I can't believe we've lost our connection with the spirits. There must be some way to get it back, right?
Are you sure we lost it, though? It's still here. Just inside of the seer.
Inside of Garfield. God.
I'm pretty sure it's not that simple. This idol has roots that reach all across Valenorth. As far as I know, the seer doesn't have any roots.
Check his feet. Nah.
Well, maybe there's a way to put the energy back. You know, after we've taken down the triumvirate.
Trying to kill me? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe this is only temporary, and they'll come back. The seers won't need the power after we've won, right?
We look at each other and smile. There had to be a way to reconnect Valenorth with the spirits. We had a long journey ahead of us, and plenty of time to learn how. Led us to Peregrino, famous for their water. After a lengthy trek through the forest, we arrive at Peregrino. The scent of ale and aged wood of the tavern permeate the air. Zamira lets out a sigh of relief, having finally achieved his goal.
Well, looks like we're finally here. It wasn't that bad, was it?
Not as bad as I thought it'd be.
My legs are a little sore, but I'll manage.
Fuck.
Just wait until
Damn
you
it.
see the outlook,
Sorry.
Valessa.
Didn't mean to skip too early. God damn it. Let me see if I can catch it. Little sore, but I manage. I guess maybe I expected something a little different, is what the rest of what she said was said. Damn it. Motherfucker. I am disgusting.
The outlook?
You can almost see the entirety of Alestia. As soon as there's no trees in the way, you'll be amazed. It's easy to forget we're on top of the highest mountains.
So, we're not surrounded by trees the entire way to Mazeo?
Absolutely not. Even aside from the deforesting, trees are scarce. It makes for a beautiful view. I'm sure you'll love it.
The tone of his voice implied that he wouldn't be going with us. If he's seen it before, then I doubt that staying behind was a big deal. But for some reason, Fortame and Valessa seem a bit upset at hearing this.
Right. I guess you're in your own schedule now. You only had to bring us to Peregrino.
I'm not about to ditch you, though. Now head inside. Feel free to follow along. It won't be too hard to find Pro. Trust me.
He leaves our side and starts walking into the tavern. We exchange glances, seeming a little hesitant.
Well, I guess this is it. As soon as we meet with Pro, we're off to Mazeo.
Pro de Mateo.
Wait, did you say pro?
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit. We're all startled by the sudden intrusion, but to me, this voice is immediately recognizable. Ulrich?
What? Who's there?
He lets out a soft laugh as he approaches us. After looking me up and down, a wide smile appears on his face. I forgot we haven't actually met. It's the blade on my back, he notices.
Well, what do you know? It's you. Kind of makes my job a whole lot easier.
Wait, you know us?
Just the seer.
Then you must be...
Ulrich! From the vision!
Excuse me?
I haven't been in that band in
you
years.
were in the vision that the seer had last night.
Huh. Haven't even met, and I'm already in your dreams. That has to be some kind of new personal record.
He cracked another smile. Is that an attempt at flirtation? If it was, it wouldn't go anywhere. Fortame promptly interrupts.
He said you died, Ulrich. Something about a man named Sovi?
His ears perk up as he hears the name Sovi. But he seems to find something comedic about Fortame's words. Clapping his hands together simply once, he smirks at the three of us.
You sure are good at first impressions, little one.
Ha!
I'm not little!
Yes, you are. It seems that nobody jumps to Fortame's defense.
Is he telling the truth, seer?
Yeah.
How exciting. You'll have to tell me more once we grab Pro. After that, we're going to evacuate Valinor.
It seems like he's able to piece things together. The vision of his death and Sovi was Valinorth's destruction. He wastes no time in suggesting our immediate course of action.
Actually, Miles is taking care of that. The village is gathering for a celebration tonight. The perfect time to group up and escape, right?
Really? I'm starting to wonder why I'm even here. Either way, Pro and I will take you to Domek. I'm glad to hear this vision of yours won't come to pass.
I mean, it's the perfect time to kill a bunch of people if they're all in one spot at the same time. That much is true. He'd avoided Valinor entirely. Too bad the attack on Valinor wasn't something we could avoid.
Shall we get things started? Unless you want to talk more, I'm up for that too.
Couldn't tell if he's being genuine or sarcastic. It's hard to get a read on this man, and that's odd. His resolve in last night's vision, his demeanor, was clear. I feel like even though we've barely talked, we're on the same page. He seems to know why we're here, where we're going, and what we need to do. That makes things a bit easier, and less planning would be tedious.
Whenever you're ready, Seer. Seems like we have a lot ahead of us.
We all look at each other before nodding. Seems like everyone else is following my lead. I could probe Ulrich for information, or head right inside. Ulrich has now permanently joined your party. Party, joining the party. Alright, so we have, an interaction we could watch. Let's watch
Wow,
this.
Ulrich, it's so big!
Even the music stopped for a second.
Yeah, I get compliments on it all the time.
Can I touch it?
Fucking fuck!
Of course you can. Just be gentle, though.
Yeah. I'll do my best.
Fuck.
Whoa! It's heavier than I thought!
Fucking hell.
You might want to use both hands. And tighten your grip a little bit.
God damn it, guys.
Like this?
A little bit lower.
Oh, sure. How about now?
How about now?
There you go, that's more like it. Now, swing that sword with all your might.
Of course he was talking about the sword. What the fuck else would he have been talking about? God damn. Yeah!
Whoa! Watch what you're doing! You could have killed me, kid!
I'm so sorry. I've never used a great sword before.
I feel like we should keep it that way.
The fuck did we just walk into? His sword or his weapon? Oh, man. Let us talk to Ulrich! So you recognize this blade?
Absolutely. I'd recognize that thing anywhere. I'm surprised you have it out in the open like that. We went through such great lengths to hide it.
We could wrap it up. You know, wrapping your weapon is always the best thing to do. What can you tell me about it? Rebellion, vision, when, I can't even use it. What are you gonna tell me about it?
About the Blade of Exodus? It's extraordinary. I have no idea where it came from, or the full range of its power. It can repurpose life into an energy that serves the wielder.
Fucking Aura. Aura's watching the stream, guys. Holy shit. What's up, guys? Is this what you want? Is this it? Am I doing the thing? Hi, Spoof. Don't be scared. I'm just terrifying. And Aura left. Of fucking course.
That gear at the base can spin, which should be impossible. It's almost like some parts of the blade exist in a different world. I'm starting to think that's the case. Where else would it store all that power?
Yeah, good point. Stop whining, animal. There, that proves it's me. What are your thoughts on this weapon?
It's practically cheating. Whoever wields it has infinite power. I don't think of the triumvirate as gods. They were just abusing this weapon. Now that they don't have it, taking them down should be child's play.
How does it accomplish such a thing?
I have no idea, and I don't think we'll ever find out. It must tap into a person's spirit before it enters the spirit realm. That's the only non-physical part of us that could be considered energy.
How long has the Triumvirate had it?
I'm assuming they've always had it. It's how they came to power. Some people seem to think they used the blade to create our entire world. Not many people know about it, though, and they see the Triumvirate as gods. And they really aren't. They're just men who came upon a greater power. And now we have that greater power. We can rule Alestia far better than them. I think we should destroy that blade after we win. It's a tool of pure corruption.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of like a Soul Edge, Soul Calibur kind of deal. I like those games. How did the rebellion manage to seize
It wasn't too long ago, maybe half a year. The rebellion planned an attack. Our previous leader planned it down to even the smallest detail. Steal the blade, map out their castle, and pave way for our future liberation.
Well, I mean, we already know that the mapping of the castle is kind of fucked because the fuck was his name? Like Seinfeld or some shit? No, Shane. Shane. It was Shane that was supposed to map out the castle, but he got caught. And now he's gonna fucking die. Fucking die.
I'll be honest, he knew he was going to die. He used his final moments to get the blade. Some people think it's a little fishy. How could we win so easily? Did they let us win? I don't think it's that deep. They just didn't expect our leader to effectively commit suicide.
That's a bit heavy. Going a little heavy right now. Impressive. Would like to meet them. You think Damek will go to... were you on that mission?
I was. Change the subject.
Ouch. Okay, I won't let him down.
I'm sure you won't. I don't think any of us will. The scope of his planning went farther than I could have imagined. Being the Elder of Valenorth, he planned every aspect of your involvement. I guess breaking Valenorth's non-partisan stance made perfect sense to him. Every little piece was in place. The liberation of Alestia was finally attainable. I just hope that you're everything you thought you'd be. Wielding that blade isn't easy.
Yeah, no shit. Do you think Damek will do a good job as the replacement?
He already is, and I'm happy to serve him. Things are going swimmingly. It helps that he was one of the founding members of the rebellion, too. At that point, though, he was too young to lead. Things are different now.
Yeah?
He's done a fine job of honoring our leader's legacy and guiding us to victory. He had to make a few hard decisions, but I trust his judgment without question. Everything is going according to plan. Our final assault is all we need.
Ah, misreading. I do that shit all the time, so I know how to recognize it. God damn it. In my vision! Sovi used it on you.
Wait, he used the Blade of Exodus on me? That's impossible. There's no way he'd be able to wield it. You're the only one. Even Damek nearly died the first time he touched it.
Yeah, well, fuck.
I'm still surprised, though. He had a small vision when he did. Perhaps he has some spiritual energy inside of him. Either way, hopefully I went out in a blaze of glory.
Well, you were on fire. You went like a hero, bought us time to escape. His strength seemed incredible. Was it him with the blade? Wait, you mean Sovi can't use the blade? Compliment him.
Yeah, that sounds like me. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Of course not.
I'm just thankful that this vision won't come to pass. I have a lot of life left in me. That makes me wonder, though. What was the purpose of seeing something like that?
It was an allegory. It means you're gonna die for the cause. That's what the fuck it means. I haven't even played this game and I have a feeling that's what the fuck it's gonna be.
I can understand a vision of Valenorth being attacked, but seeing me and watching me die? We've never even met. How is it possible to know what I look like and how I act? I know the spirits give visions of the future, but that's so specific, and it won't happen.
It'll happen. Just give it time. Motherfucker! His strength seemed incredible. Was it him or the blade?
Sovi is an incredibly strong adversary, even without the blade. But if he's able to wield it, we better make sure it never enters his hands. His strength, coupled with that blade. I don't scare easily, but that's terrifying.
Yeah, you look real fucking scared. Wait, you mean Sovi can't use the blade?
There's no way he should be able to. I imagine even you're having trouble. It's not meant for just anybody to wield. You need an incredible spiritual connection. Damek might have a small one, but Sovi? A man like that has no connection to the spirits.
You don't fucking know that. God damn, making a lot of assumptions right now. Do you think we'll win because of it?
Hard to say. That depends on your ability to wield it. The Triumvirate had that blade for an eternity. You don't have that much time. Not to put too much pressure on your shoulders, it's just the truth.
Yeah, no pressure. No fucking pressure. God damn it. Damek saw our victory though, Zamira told me. Aside from visions and blades, how do you feel about this war? I'm glad to be on the winning side. This is going to be scary. I'll go with the top.
Yeah, but you also saw me die, right?
Ew.
These visions aren't as reliable as I've been led to believe. Rather than seeing the future, it's almost like it shows you what to avoid.
Yeah, well, meh.
Too bad we can't avoid what's coming to Valenorth. When Damek touched the blade, he saw Valenorth fall, and the rebellion win. It seems like he's embracing what he saw. Good thing you're not, or else I'd be dead.
Yeah, well, give it time. Aside from visions and blades, how do you feel about this war?
You mean how do I feel without our most valuable assets? Pretty terrible. Without visions to guide us and the power of that blade, we'd be dead. There's no way we could take them down through conventional means. However, at the moment, everything is in our favor. Everything. We just need to be careful. Do not let the Triumvirate or Sovi take that blade back. If we can do that, victory is as good as ours. A new future will rise to greet Alestia.
I'm glad to be on the winning side. This is gonna be scary. So scary. Oh, no.
Scary is an understatement, but I've never been more certain of our victory. Dominic is pretty excited to meet you, actually. You're going to help us win this war.
Oh, shit, sorry. To be honest, I actually can't even use it.
I'm fully aware of that.
Oh,
It'll
shit.
take some training to get used to it. When we get to Museo, Dominic will place you under a strict training regimen. You need to get as much practice as possible before we launch our attack.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. With enough practice, I'm sure I'll be able to master it.
Of course, and I'm glad you look at it that way. Practice makes perfect. We can't expect you to use it immediately. Just do your best to be careful. You know what that thing is capable of.
Yeah. Would you like to try using it, Ulrich?
I'll pass, thanks.
Ouch. Do you think maybe someone else could wield it instead?
Dominic was able to use it only for a brief second. Any longer than that and he would have died. I think this one rests on your shoulders alone.
Okay. Fate shows me I'll accept that responsibility.
Good. Fighting your calling is never the right idea. Just embrace it and let's do great things together. You'll make it out of this as a hero, you know.
Wow. Wow. Fuck. There's so much goddamn talking. What can you tell me about Dominic and the rebellion?
Well, the rebellion was formed around 20 years ago. Survivors of the occupation banded together and sought justice. Adults trained orphaned children to create the perfect soldiers.
Fuck.
A long time has passed, and now the children are old enough to fight. That and they've been perfectly trained. Almost their only purpose. Dominic was one of these children. The previous leader raised him as his own.
How did you come to join it?
Obviously, I'm a little older. I wasn't a victim of the occupation. When it happened, I was just arriving in Museo to sell my sword arm. I moved here from Alarenthia as soon as I had the chance. Imagine wanting to get a new start and arriving in the middle of a war zone. That's pretty much what happened. So I did what anybody else would do. I joined the winning side, the triumvirate, with the hopes of making money.
Money, 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 money.
It was going well, but then I realized they were killing children. I turned on them as quickly as I joined them, fighting for Museo. I was one of the first rebels. Got to watch Dominic grow up firsthand.
I'm glad you ended up choosing the right side.
That's purely subjective, but I happen to think you're right. The triumvirate needs to be taken down or held accountable for what they did. Leaders should never get a free pass to commit atrocities. Never.
No.
I'm sure there's been insurrections in the past. There must have been. But the thing about us is that we have the Blade of Exodus, our victory.
God, when your fucking victory is hanging on like one thing, that's like, yeah. Tell me more about Dominic.
He's a good man. I've watched him grow into a capable soldier. He always has this way of being happy no matter the odds. Even if we lost almost every rebel, he'd find a way to keep us going. Cracking a joke or two is always in his nature, even in grim circumstances. It can lighten the mood, that's for sure. Nothing is worse than low morale. That's probably what he's best at, keeping the soldiers happy and motivated.
Fun fact, there is something on the save screen here. Corruption, your morale, purity, books. Seems like a good man. I'm glad to be serving him.
I feel the same way. I'm confident that he'll lead us to victory.
So the rebellion is largely made up of occupation victims?
Absolutely. Everybody lost something special that day. Families were torn apart. Many people lost the will to live. A lot of the children only wanted one thing: revenge. And a lot of the adults saw one thing: an army ripe for training. They banded together, and the rebellion slowly became what it is today. We are finally strong enough to do something, and that's special.
My family was killed there, I guess I'm not alone. I understand why it took so long to mount an offensive now. Training children to be soldiers, that's not right. I guess we'll go with the family thing.
Really? That's news to me. What a bad day to be in Museo. I guess it makes sense, though. You look like you carry purpose. You'll fit right in. I'm sure almost every rebel could relate.
Yeah, I understand why it took so long to mount an offensive now.
Yeah, the bulk of the victims were children who lost their parents. Fast forward some 20-odd years and they're grown men and women. Nobody would send children to war. It was important to wait and train.
Yeah, there are some people that would send children to war, but those people are generally not people that you want to fashion your model after. Is the rebellion large? Do we have the numbers to win?
Not really, but it's not numbers that we need, just strategy. The Triumvirate's honor guard is weak. One man could easily kill 50. And with that blade on our side, they can't make any more. Just a matter of time.
And I guess I'm glad we have the blade. You really think Ready can make it for a small army, so it's a losing battle. Wonderful. Let's go with the top one.
That's for sure. Without that blade, we'd never win. As I've always said, we can't take them down with conventional means. There's a lot resting on your shoulders. I hope you're up to the task.
Oh, wow, that's fucking nice. Tell me about your previous leader.
There's not much to say. He doubled as the Elder of Valenorth. You probably already know everything there is to know. You worked with him. The secrets he kept from you? Well, you've already been told. He sacrificed himself to get you that blade. Now he's gone. Dominic buried him underground in Mazeo's tunnels, our new home. In fact, you could see his grave if you wanted. Pay some respects.
We can't let a sacrifice go to waste. Miles must have been shocked to hear all this. Buried on a new HQ, that's rather poetic. Seems like we could do all of those. See, that's the thing about these choices, that you never know which ones you can do all of them on, or which ones are only, like, you can choose one, and that's it. Like, that's an unfortunate flaw of this system.
I doubt we will. He gave us a hand of winning cards. Damek is securing our HQ and planning our final attack right now. We'll sail to Balteus and take them down for good.
Miles must have been shocked to hear all this.
I heard that he was. He had a lot of stuff to deal with. Finding out about his father's true role and leading Valenorth, I can't even begin to imagine what the inside of his head is like.
Buried under the new HQ? That's rather poetic.
I guess it is. But I doubt Damek was thinking that far ahead. It was just the most convenient place to bury his body. Those tunnels were being dug up, lots of tools lying around.
What should I expect from
Lots of
Mazeo?
pirates and people who were after money, no matter what. Don't trust random people and don't buy anything from a stranger. You'd get swindled and robbed far before you found anyone genuine. And the occupation didn't make things too much better. It's still dangerous. Mazeo's spirit idol was also on its final days, dim and defeated. At least, that's what we thought, until very recently.
Holy shit, tell me about the spirit idols.
Well, there's a church in Mazeo. It's supposed to be for triumvirate worship. At the altar there rests a very dim spirit idol. We assumed it was dying. But it's not even the true spirit idol. The true one rests deep underground. The one in the church was merely receiving energy from the true idol. That's why it was so dim. The source of power was far away. Nobody knows about this except for the rebellion. It's our secret. We want to try tapping into it for power. It's our only chance, too, since Alarenthia's idol was destroyed. And from what I've heard, Valenorth's died out a while back as well.
Valenorth went dark when I was born.
Is that so? I suppose that's why you're so important. Its energy went into you, and now you can wield the blade. I hope you don't misuse this gift. I'll admit, I'm a bit intimidated.
Yay! Alarenthia's was destroyed? How?
I'm not sure. It's one of Alarenthia's many legends. Apparently at the dawn of history, the Triumvirate destroyed it. That's why Alarenthia grew into what it is today, an arid wasteland. If the Triumvirate did it, we have to wonder why. Do the spirit idols pose some threat to their rule? That's why Damek wants to try tapping into Mazeo's true idol.
So nobody knew Mazeo had a bigger idol?
The Triumvirate suspected it. That's why they were digging in Mazeo. But after 20 years, they found nothing. It was Damek who discovered it. We decided to keep it secret. He's coming up with a plan for it right now.
Is it possible that there's more idols we don't know about?
I suppose so. If the Triumvirate didn't destroy all the others. But right now, the idol in Mazeo is the only one we know about. That is, unless there's one in Balteus. But I doubt it. I mean, the Triumvirate could have one hidden there, maybe. But there's no way to know for sure. We should focus on what we do know.
Is piracy still bad even after the occupation?
Yeah, the occupation didn't do much to help. no matter what anyone says. I think I'm qualified to speak on the matter. I mean, I've lived there forever. There's still an active piracy network, smuggling things from Mazeo to Alarinthia.
So the Triumvirate was after something else then?
Yeah, the elimination of piracy was just an excuse. I think they were searching for the spirit idol underneath Mazeo. But what they wanted it for, and what they do with it, I have no idea.
You think we could win the pirates to our cause?
Probably not. Not unless they had some reason to help us, a big one. A liberated Alestia would have no room for rampant piracy, right? There'd be no reason to help a cause that hurts their livelihood. Right now, they're a wild card. Not on our side, but not against us either. We should use that to our advantage while we can. They might turn on us later.
Is it going to be safe for me to wander around Mazeo?
I'll be by your side. Dominic should be as well. You'll be fine. We know the lay of the land and how to deal with people. Just follow our lead. Besides, most of our time will be in the Rebel HQ. It's safe there.
What will the rebellion do about piracy after the war?
Alestia will be free. We won't have any restriction on trade. That's a good thing and a bad thing. The pirate will fight against it. We could take down the Triumvirate, only to find ourselves against a pirate army.
Do you ever sail back home to visit?
No. You couldn't even pay me to go back to Alarinthia. It's so hot it's almost unbearable. And the way they govern things is different. I know I say that Mazeo is dangerous, but Alarinthia makes it look like paradise.
Why do you hate Alarinthia so much?
I just don't agree with the way things are done over there. The strongest tribe gets to rule the land. It's a constant power struggle. Either way, Alarinthia isn't my home. My true home is Mazeo.
Guess that makes sense. Home is where you make it.
Yeah, and that's especially true in Alarinthia. You choose your home and family. You can change your circumstances if you don't like them. On the mainland and in Mazeo, it's different. People stay in toxic relationships. I think of it different. If you don't like your family, find a new one. I've spilled enough blood to hold no blind allegiance to it.
Thank you. That's the fuck my goddamn life is about right at this point. At least Alarinthia still exists. Valinor is doomed.
That's a very grim way of looking at things. When the flames go out and the ash blows away, you can go back. It still exists. It'll just be a new Valinor. Don't be pessimistic.
How do you know Sovi?
He recently rose through the ranks and has given us tons of trouble. When the Triumvirate gets in our way, he's likely responsible. He makes himself a lot more known. Way different than the last Inquisitor. I haven't gotten to meet his apprentice yet. A Grand Inquisitor always has to train one. It ensures a constant cycle of obedience.
Who was the previous Grand Inquisitor?
I don't know.
Wait, Sovi has an apprentice?
Yeah, but as I said, I have no idea who it is. If Sovi is training him, though, I'd watch out. Seems like we'll be up against some tough opposition.
Does the Triumvirate have any more lackeys?
Not that I'm aware of, and I highly doubt it. It's just them, the Inquisition and their honor guard. Seems simple enough, but taking them down will be anything but.
You seem to know an awful lot about this, Ulrich.
The more you know about the enemy, the easier it is to oppose them. This is one of the fundamental rules of war. Know what you're up against. Ignorance on the battlefield is the fastest way to meet your own end.
Finally, we're done with his fucking conversation tree. Now the goddamn last thing we need to do. I can smell burning fire with a woman's temperature. Perhaps for sure make it homing. Temperature will come within Peregrino. Reputation, whatever the fuck. Is to see what Dominic 5 is up to. And then this episode can be fucking over with. Dominic ventured back underground from the Church of Mazeo. After a lengthy journey through the tunnels, he was home. The deed was secured, and they had everything they needed.
Why did the Honor Guard do all of this? They single-handedly sheltered and armed our forces.
One of the rebels notices Domic's sudden entrance. He quickly stands up and greets the general with a smile.
Damek, sir. Everything is going according to plan. Our forces have started to relocate.
Ha! Perfect timing, Vance. I just received the deed from Grizz. It took some convincing, but I did it.
Wait, you didn't already have the deed? Why were we moving everybody down here?
Oops, you didn't hear anything, alright. Besides, I knew I could win him over. This was just a bit of a head start. And cut the formalities, call me Dormek. We've been through enough. This isn't about rank. I think of us all as a family, not an army.
Of course, Damek. I'm amazed at our new HQ, to be honest. How did you secure all of this stuff?
It wasn't me, Vance. The Honor Guard was planning a long stay. They're responsible for everything you see.
You mean those things? Why would they build stuff they have no use for? They can't really fight, and they have no need for sleep.
Look at these two, pondering at each other. Damek smirked and grabbed a blade from the nearby shelf.
They must have known someone would use it. Either way, the Triumvirate doesn't know about this. Their own Honor Guard is defying orders, it would seem.
Vance followed Damek's lead and grabbed a blade as well.
So there's discord among them? Never thought we'd live to see that.
Yeah, but it also proves the Triumvirate isn't all-knowing. There's no way they'd let this happen if they were. They're just like us. We can take them down.
He flourishes his blade and holds it out.
That is, if we're strong enough.
It's a spar you want?
Vance smirks and mimics the flourish of his general. A few of the nearby rebels stop in the tracks to watch.
Just need to make sure you haven't gotten sloppy. As soon as the Triumvirate finds out, a fight is coming.
Don't worry, Damek. I'm ready.
They charge at each other as swords clash. The loud clang of steel against steel fills their HQ. As the audience grows in size, the morale rises in tandem. Ah, how lovely. Alright. Oh, what's this? I'm assuming this dog will be a Peregrino. However, there's no real purpose. This coming along the way to know
I'm
what
sure
it was.
glad we had Zamira here to guide us. Without him, I'm pretty sure we'd have gotten lost.
Let's not think about that, alright? I'm just thankful we have such great friends. They're all risking a lot for us, you know?
True, but honestly, we're risking even more. When this is all over, we could go down in history. It makes sense that they'd want to be remembered too.
Remembered? Do you mean they're helping us for glory? I'd like to think that they were just being nice.
I wish that's how people worked. You really think Zamira did this for free? He must be receiving some kind of payment.
Aren't we going on this journey for free? There's no promise of fame, money, or glory.
But the possibility can be even more appealing. Either way, any help we can get is good. No need to dig into people's motives, Valessa.
You're the one that did it, though.
Alright, on that note, we are moving at a goddamn snail's pace, but eventually we're going to see more of this game. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I've been the trained unprofessional, speaking for the voices in my head when I say until next time, fairly well. Bye, everyone. Holy shit.